Welcome back to Travel Show Live. I just received some somewhat troubling news. The satellite feed for Daniel Shepard live from Venezuela has been confirmed. We've actually seen an image of him down there. I don't know how that's going to work out, but we will check in with him because, I don't know if you know this, Hugo Chavez took over a Hilton property down there. What is wrong with this guy? Well, whatever. Anyway, we're going to get, like he couldn't take over like a Dairy Queen or something. He had to take over a whole hotel. Well, what? Anyway, we will get to the bottom of this. Something. Yeah, come on. In a matter of moments. Welcome back to the program. We're very honored to have the founder and CEO of Carbonite here today, Mr. Guest. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Hi.
I really appreciate that. I called you Mr. Guest, but it's Mr. Friend.
That's right.
Sorry about that. David, thank you for coming on the program.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, Rick.
This is a very interesting concept, and I love the fact that all of us, and I know this is going to sound crazy to maybe some people, it doesn't to you, no. That we are moving to a world where it will no longer be a matter of us lugging our computers around with hard drives in them. It'll just be a matter of us accessing these things out in space.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, it's coming, right? I mean, that's not like I have my laptop. This is one of my laptops, and here it is. It's got my stuff on it, and I back it up with but I'm not going to need this much longer.
No, I was on a trip to Hong Kong not too long ago, and I got there and discovered I left my PowerPoint presentation back in Boston, and nice. So I went to the Hotel Business Center. I logged into my backup account, which backs up my office PC at home. Yeah. Downloaded my PowerPoint presentation, and off I went.
And that's part of it. It's in that particular application. I mean, that's a very business. That makes sense for somebody who travels for business, who goes places with their. But even for the family of four that's going away, you can still access all that information. It would be so much easier if you could do it from anywhere there's an internet connection.
That's right. That's only one aspect of it, though. I mean, the main thing about what Carbonite does is it backs up your PC so that if you're like me and you leave it on Amtrak and it's gone, you don't have to sit there saying, "Oh, I just lost all my pictures from Italy."
Whoopsie! Sounds like you're kind of careless. Is that how this whole thing started? Is that right? I mean,
actually,
it's got to be.
Yeah, I have to say it was my daughter because
who said Dad?
She was a student at Pratt, and she called up one day and said, "Dad, my hard drive crashed, and I have a term paper due on Friday. And I'll get a D if I don't get it back." So we took the hard drive out and brought it to one of these labs that fixes hard drives. Sure. They charged me $1,300, and they couldn't get the hard drive to work.
But you still got charged $1,300?
Still got $1,300. And that's when I said, you know what? We need something that just backs up her computer over the internet to someplace safe where she doesn't have a chance to spill a beer on it or whatever else.
I'm sure you enjoy that if you're watching. I do that all the time. That's funny to me. I don't know why. But that's a great point. Now, is it called, what's it called? It's called cloud storage, or what's the?
It is. It's called storage in the cloud or cloud storage.
Okay.
And, the idea is in the background, all the things that are on your PC just get uploaded over the internet to these data centers that we have.
I would imagine one of the things that people are going to ask about and have since day one is security, correct?
Right.
People view their computer as being very personal. It's an extension of us. We have our pictures, we have our correspondence on there, various things. You know what I mean?
Right.
So how do we work that out?
Yeah, well, the technical answer is everything is encrypted before it leaves your PC because Carbonite does not want to have any unencrypted data. We don't want to know what's on your computer. We don't want any of our employees to be able to know what's on your computer. But a lot of people say, well, how do I know? How do I believe you? And I think the answer is, if we ever violated the privacy of our users, we would be out of business. So it's something we take very, very seriously.
I would imagine that would be one of the first things right up front to think,
Absolutely.
Okay, because you and I are nice people, but there aren't, there are very bad people in the world, not to put it
mildly. But we
have
a lot of big companies have their employees back up to Carbonite as well. So, they do their homework.
And how about competitors? Who competes with you?
Well, there are lots of small companies in the field. We started out by raising a lot of money and going on TV and radio, and you've probably heard our ads on all kinds of talk shows and things.
I have. You're a big fan of radio, and we appreciate that.
Yeah,
we do.
And we're pretty far ahead of the pack right now. We've kind of created this industry by offering unlimited backup for a flat low flat fee, and it's just taken off.
Let's see, I do like the idea of staying connected while you're on vacation to some degree. But I know I'm not supposed to say that because people say, Eric, you're supposed to leave your work at work when you go on vacation, but that's not very realistic. I think we're moving into a place where it is okay to be reached, part of the time or some of the time. Still check in with the correspondence. I think because now when you go on vacation for a week, you come back to your email inbox and there's 10,000 emails sitting there. You're like, how am I? And that takes me 3 days just to recover from a week-long vacation. I like the idea of moving to a model where we do check in from time to time, either with work or with our home to regular correspondence.
Yep.
But the problem with that is I don't like actually bringing a piece of hardware with me. That's the only problem. I don't want to advocate, you got to bring your laptop, because those can be expensive to travel with. They're heavy, they're prone to, hopefully while you're gone, maybe you are having a margarita on a beach, and you don't want to drop that on there. I mean, seriously. So I do like that quite a bit. And this is the wave of the future.
Right. Well, the reason I typically do travel with my notebook computer is, if I have my digital camera with me and I'm taking a bunch of photos and I want to mail them to people while I'm, in my hotel or whatever, I can offload them to my PC right there, and then I can do some editing and Photoshop them and so forth, and then send them off to people.
You put little hearts around people's faces and things.
Right. And, and usually that means I don't have the stuff necessarily still on my camera because I clear it off, make room for more.
Right.
But I'd hate to lose the PC and have all my travel photos gone.
Now, this may be a question you don't know the answer to, but typically speaking, how much data, what's the size of data that people have on their typical home computers?
20 to 30 gigabytes is about average.
Okay, and so we're looking at 20 to 30 gigabytes of storage space, or how much? What do you buy space, kind of like a mini storage?
Yeah, Carbonite is unlimited, so our solution is you don't have to pick and choose what you back up. We just back up everything by default.
Okay.
And that's what makes it so easy, because literally to sign up for Carbonite, all you have to do is put in an email address and a password, and that's it. We do the rest. So
that's everything.
Everything on your PC gets backed up. And if you happen to be one of these people who has 30,000 photos on their PC and it's 200 gigabytes, we're going to lose money on you, but not too many people do that.
It's not too bad. What's the cost, if you don't mind me asking?
$55 a year.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah. Why isn't everybody in the world?
It's a fraction of the price of an external hard drive, and a heck of a lot better, because it works if you're sitting in the airport in Zurich. It works if you're in a Starbucks in New York.
How about the download speed when you're trying to retrieve that data?
Well, it's as fast as the internet connection.
Okay.
So
if you're on a T1 line, obviously you're pulling that almost in real time. Right?
Yeah, I mean, a typical photo off a digital camera is 300 or 400 kilobytes. So that's that would download in a few seconds.
Nice. It's carbonite.com. Thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it today.
Eric, thank you.
It's my pleasure. You come back anytime. You have an open invitation.
Okay.
All right, very good.
Do it.
We'll be back. Stay with us.
Thank you.
Of course.